This is Russ. Yeah, I'm back in the car again. Yeah, what time is it? 9:43 a.m. with a temperature of about 74 degrees. Yeah, not so bad yet, huh? Although our air quality is still pretty bad. It's better than it was when I went to the Wisconsin State Fair, that's for sure. So it's gotten a little bit better, but still pretty bad out there. So what have I been doing? Well, I did my electric e-trike review, so that'll be coming out very shortly. Yeah, I just got to edit it. And I was reading through several comments over the weekend. Here's my comment about some of these comments. Okay. Comment on your comments. Yeah, sometimes we get comments that are not so nice. Yep. Yeah, I had a guy threaten me. He says, you are, I don't know, what did he say? Try to paraphrase this thing. He says, okay, here's what he said. Something to this effect. He's probably watching the video anyways, but anyways, he's been banned anyway, so he can comment all he wants. He's never going to get through. Yeah, he says that something to the effect that you're selling illegal bikes. And so I've contacted the district attorney's office, and she said that she's going to be checking into you. So be ready for somebody knocking on your door for an arrest warrant. Okay, first off, let me say this. I used to work for the district attorneys. That's not how this works, okay? It doesn't work that way. So you can threaten me with the DA's office, but it's never going to happen. Although this is Illinois. I was out in California when I worked for the DA's office. No, it doesn't work that way, buddy. It doesn't work that way. First off, they don't even know where I live. Who's going to be knocking on my door? Okay. Maybe you know the general area, but you don't know my exact building. So how do you know where to knock on my door? And secondly, they don't just issue arrest warrants that way. And also, finally, none of my bikes are illegal for me to sell. Yeah, I mean, I get these bikes for review, and I do have to sell them because I can't keep everything that they give me. There's no way to do that. So the bikes that are given to me are typically class 1, class 2, class 3 bikes. Okay. And so for me to resell them, I'm perfectly in my right to do that. Okay. So yeah, the DA is not going to be knocking on the door because there's nothing illegal about what I'm doing. Yeah. I mean, it's just like if you bought an e-bike at an e-bike store and then you sold it. Are you illegal in selling that now? I don't think so. All right, here's where all this stuff stems. Okay. Usually these trolls, these comments like that, I think they all stem from jealousy. They do. They see that you get something that they don't have, or they want but they don't get. So now they hate everything about it, and so they make comments like that. You know, you try to do something good, and you get comments. Here's the one thing I would say. If you're going to be a YouTuber, a potential YouTuber, you're going to put some type of thing on the internet like that, be ready for negative comments. Yeah, it was kind of tough the very first time I ever got negative comments because people usually don't say stuff like that to me. They won't do it in front of my face, right? Maybe they'll do it behind my back. But there's an ease of typing something on the internet where nobody knows who you are, right? And then of course you read their screen name, and it's always some weird screen name, so they're trying to hide behind that. Yeah, you can't win sometimes, There's always somebody who says you're doing something wrong. Recently, today, in fact, I had somebody comment on the Russ is Right channel. He says, here you go, trying to change our rules again. I think he's referring to the fact that I said if they were going to ban our e-bikes or whatever, why don't they just put a speed limit on us instead? I don't think he liked that. But I think between a ban, total ban of a product, or a speed restriction change, I'd rather take the speed restriction change, don't you think? Otherwise you can't ride at all. I'd rather ride slower than not be able to ride at all, you know. But so no matter what you do, there's always somebody that has a bad comment about something. Others have defended me. Sometimes I've actually left some comments up just to see if I get defended by some of my viewers, and I do. They'll jump on them and just say, "What? Russ is the safest guy out there," you know. But they always, you know, they always talk about my inability to stop at stop signs. We've covered that so many times. I'm so tired of it. But I think if Illinois had passed the law of turning the stop signs into yield signs, they'd still be jumping all over you because they don't have that in their state, and they don't understand that maybe your state allows that. Ours don't, by the way. So you're talking about safety and you're blowing off stop signs. Well, you know, I said in that video, you got to make your own choices on certain things, right? And I explain why I do what I do. But, you know, if they don't agree with it, you don't agree with it. But, you know, still, people say things, stuff like that. So you have to have a thick skin when it comes to being on the internet. You know, you have people threaten you. Yeah, I consider that a comment threat a threat. Yeah, they have people threaten you. You have people who call you names, right? I've been called a lot of different names. They just don't like you for whatever reason. I don't care what you put up on the internet. Somebody doesn't like you or doesn't like what you did. You can't satisfy everybody. You know, that's the thing I've learned quickly about being on the internet. Somebody doesn't like you. So as nice as a person as you might want to be, somebody doesn't like you. Somebody hates you for some reason. All right, so where am I going right now? I'm going to get my my key fobs changed over for batteries. Yeah, my car's key fobs. You get 2 of them, right? When you buy a car, both batteries are almost. Well, they keep setting off a sensor since your battery is low. It'll tell you in your car, you know, you're running out of battery power. You got to change it, because if you don't change it, then your key fob doesn't work, right? You can't start the car. You can't get into. Well, you can always get into the car because the key fobs, there is an actual key hidden inside the fob that will open your car door, so you could do that. But then you lose the convenience of why you even have a key fob to be able to unlock your doors and lock your doors remotely, right? So I'm driving to the car dealership now. The car dealership in the past, I don't know if they're going to still do it, but we'll see. I've brought in my key fobs maybe 3 times already now over the time that I've had my car, and they just change out the batteries. They don't charge you for it. We'll see if they charge you now. Okay, I mean, nothing's a guarantee, right? But typically, I bring the thing in, I go to the service desk, and then they'll change it out for you and give you back the thing, and they don't charge you. Yeah. We'll see. If they charge me, I'll turn on the camera and let you know, okay, at the end. If they don't charge me, then it's the same as it has always been. I'm hoping they don't charge. So, I mean, batteries cost a certain amount of money, right? Then the service, but I think if they start charging me, I'll just change it out myself in the future, because I'm sure I can get the batteries cheaper than they will probably charge you for. So anyway, there's been a lot of construction on the highway area where I'm at, making it very difficult for people to travel this whole summer in this area. The entrances and exits are kind of really messed up. So you got to be really aware of what's going on around you. You don't want to get hit by another car. So anyway, being 9:53, I think what I'll do is after I go get the key fobs changed over, maybe I'll head over to Costco and get a slice of pizza. I'll go to the Schaumburg Costco. And there's so many Costcos around us. I mean, I know some of you guys, you don't even have the luck of having a Costco near you. I'm kind of like in the middle of a lot of Costco's. Yeah. depending on which direction I head, I can usually run into a Costco. Yeah, it's true. I need gas, but I'm not going to buy gas here because the gas is higher in the Schaumburg area than the area I go to. I had hoped to get gas in Wisconsin when I was heading back from the Wisconsin State Fair, but man, there were so many people in line. I didn't want to do it, and so because of that, my gas tank has dropped quite a bit. Still, according to the meter thing here, it says I have another 148 miles to go before I run out of gas. So, okay, now if you have watched the back there, you may have noticed I changed over like 4 or 5 lanes all in one shot. Yeah, this area here near this is Woodfield Mall area. Those who are local will understand. You're allowed to do that. That's the only way you can make this right turn because it's like 4 or 5 lanes wide. Everybody does it, okay? No comments on this one. You know, even though you say stuff like that, people will make a comment. Look at what you did. You cross over all these things. You didn't establish yourself in the lane. There's nobody around, okay? I remember, too, the driver's ed people would actually tell you, move over, keep going, keep going, keep going. So, you know, even driver's ed guys are telling you, move, move, move. They don't want you to establish yourself in the lane. I mean, you don't have time. If you tried to establish yourself in the lane before moving to the next lane, then establish yourself and then moving to the next lane, you wouldn't make it in time to get to the right turn. So sometimes you got to make decisions, right? You got to make decisions. And this is well known in this area because everybody has to do that. And otherwise, they can't get to the mall. I'm not heading to the mall. The car dealership is in this general area in Schaumburg that I bought my car at. So anyway, yeah, I've leased cars from them for quite a few years when I was running my my company, and then I ended up buying this car from them. And the reason I went to this dealership, although there are closer Hyundai dealers to me, I like this dealership better. People are always nice. The sales guys were always nice. Nobody really pushed me, you know, into anything. Some sales guys are pushy, right? I've had different sales guys here, and none of them were pushy. I worked with a couple of the same sales guys before. You know, got one car from them. A couple years later, come back and lease another car from them. So yeah, I feel comfortable going there, and so I get the key fobs done there because they used to give it to you for free, you know, for the batteries. So why not go back? So, all right, that's basically all I have for you guys for today. Just kind of keep me company as I'm driving and going to get my key fobs done. Go to Costco, get a slice of pizza. Hey, if you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. We are slowly moving up. We do still need to hit that 1,000 subscribers. Help me out. Hit the subscribe button. I know a number of you guys have because I noticed that we did get a couple of new people. So thank you so much for that. I hope you enjoy it and continue watching. Talk to you guys next time.